10 incredible ways sea animals give birth. Did you know that the ocean has some of the strangest ways of creating new life? Some sea animals give birth to fully developed babies. Others lay thousands of eggs and protect them for months. And in one of the most unusual cases in nature, it's actually the father who carries the babies until they're ready to be born. From seahorses and octopuses to sharks, whales, and jellyfish, these animals have evolved incredible ways to reproduce and protect their young. Here are 10 fascinating examples of how new life begins, and the number 10 will shock you. Number 1. Seahorse. Unlike most animals, the male seahorse carries the developing embryos. During mating, the female transfers her eggs into a special pouch on the male's abdomen. The eggs are then fertilized inside the pouch, where they continue developing. The male provides protection and helps regulate the conditions inside the pouch while the embryos grow. When the babies are fully developed, the male goes through contractions and releases tiny, fully formed seahorses into the water. Hundreds of miniature seahorses can emerge from the pouch, and from that moment, they're largely on their own. Number 2. Octopus. Octopus reproduction is completely different. After mating, the female lays thousands of eggs, usually attaching them to a protected surface inside a den or rocky crevice. But she doesn't simply leave them behind. She stays with them, constantly cleaning the eggs and moving water over them to provide oxygen and remove debris. During this period, the mother may spend so much time protecting her eggs that she barely eats. Depending on the species and temperature, this can continue for weeks or even months. Eventually, the tiny octopuses hatch and enter the ocean. For many species, the mother's life ends shortly after the eggs hatch. It's one of the most extreme examples of parental investment in the ocean. Number 3. Shark. When it comes to sharks, there isn't just one way to have babies. Different shark species have evolved completely different reproductive strategies. Some sharks lay egg cases, sometimes called mermaid's purses, where the developing embryo grows inside a protective capsule. Other species give birth to live young, and in some sharks, the embryos develop inside the mother's body and receive nutrients through specialized structures, or even by consuming unfertilized eggs. One particularly remarkable example is the sand tiger shark. Inside the mother's uterus, the strongest embryos can consume their smaller siblings. By the time they're born, only a small number of pups may remain. So even before they're born, some sharks are already competing for survival. Number 4. Whale. Unlike fish that release eggs into the water, whales are mammals. That means female whales give birth to live babies. After a long pregnancy, the mother gives birth to a calf, usually tail first. The newborn must quickly reach the surface because it needs to breathe air, and the mother stays close to guide and protect it. But perhaps the most important part comes next: feeding. Whale milk is extremely rich in fat and nutrients, allowing the calf to grow rapidly. For a young whale, the first months of life are a race to become strong enough to survive in the enormous ocean. The mother provides food, protection, and guidance until the calf becomes increasingly independent. Number 5. Sea turtle. Sea turtles have one of the most dramatic beginnings to life in the ocean. The mother doesn't give birth in the water. Instead, she comes onto a sandy beach and digs a nest using her flippers. She lays a large number of eggs, covers them with sand, and returns to the ocean. There is no mother waiting when they hatch. Weeks later, the tiny turtles break out of their shells and begin crawling toward the surface. Then comes the dangerous part. The hatchlings must cross the beach and reach the ocean while avoiding predators. Once they reach the water, they disappear into the vast ocean. Only a small percentage will survive to adulthood. Number 6. Clownfish. Clownfish have a fascinating family system. The female lays eggs on a carefully selected surface, close to their home among the reef. After the eggs are fertilized, the male becomes heavily involved in protecting them. He guards the eggs and constantly fans them with his fins, helping circulate oxygenated water around them. He also removes damaged or infected eggs. After several days, the eggs hatch and tiny larvae enter the water. But there's another incredible fact about clownfish. They are sequential hermaphrodites, meaning they can change sex during their lives. In a social group, the largest individual is typically the breeding female. If she disappears, the dominant male can change sex and take her place. Number 7. Manta ray. Manta rays have a very different strategy. Instead of releasing eggs into the ocean, the embryos develop inside the mother's body. The young manta begins life inside an egg, but the egg remains inside the mother until the baby is ready to emerge. Eventually, the mother gives birth to a live young manta ray. The newborn is already relatively large and well-developed compared with many other marine animals. It may look like a miniature version of an adult manta, complete with its characteristic wing-like fins. There is no huge nest or thousands of eggs. Instead, the mother invests heavily in producing a small number of well-developed offspring. Number 8. Jellyfish. Jellyfish have one of the strangest life cycles in the ocean. And surprisingly, the jellyfish you see floating through the water isn't necessarily the only form of the animal. Many jellyfish species go through several stages during their life cycle. They can begin as fertilized eggs, develop into tiny larvae, and then attach themselves to a surface and become a polyp. The polyp can eventually produce young jellyfish called ephrae. These tiny creatures grow into the familiar adult jellyfish that drift through the ocean. So rather than simply being born as miniature adults, jellyfish can completely transform their body form as they move through different stages of life. Number 9. Pipefish. If the seahorse surprised you, the pipefish has another unusual reproductive strategy. In many pipefish species, the male takes responsibility for carrying the developing embryos. Depending on the species, eggs may be attached to or embedded in a specialized area of the male's body. The male protects the developing young and helps support their development until they're ready to leave. Eventually, tiny pipefish are released into the surrounding water. And just like young seahorses, they enter a dangerous world where finding food and avoiding predators becomes an immediate challenge. In the ocean, even birth is only the beginning of the struggle to survive. Number 10. Sea spider. And finally, we have one of the strangest creatures on our list, the sea spider. Despite its name, it isn't actually a true spider. Sea spiders have extremely long legs and tiny bodies, and their reproduction is remarkably unusual. After mating, the male collects the fertilized eggs and carries them on specialized structures attached to his legs. He protects the developing eggs as they grow. Eventually, the young hatch and begin their own lives in the ocean. It's another reminder that when you explore the sea, familiar rules don't always apply. From a father seahorse giving birth, to an octopus mother sacrificing everything to protect her eggs, to sharks developing in completely different ways, the ocean has evolved countless strategies for creating new life. And what's even more incredible is that these are just a few examples. The deeper we explore the ocean, the more strange and fascinating reproductive strategies we continue to discover. So, which of these animals surprised you the most? Was it the seahorse, the shark, the octopus, or something else? Let me know in the comments. And if you love discovering the strangest creatures beneath the waves, subscribe for more incredible ocean facts.